give yourself the same amount of freedom that you gave yourself in this last sonnet that you did. To me, it's just a little too cautious.
Okay.
Yeah. A little too cautious.
Okay. Is it measured as well in the caution?
Yeah, that's why.
Yeah,
that's part of how it manifests itself.
Yeah. Okay. One woe doth tread upon another's heel. So fast they follow. Your sisters drowned, Laertes.
Drowned? Oh, where?
There is a willow, grows askant the brook. It shows these hoary leaves in the glassy stream. Therewith, fantastic garlands did she make, crowflowers, daisies, nettles, and long purples that liberal shepherds give a grosser name. But our cold maids do dead men's fingers call them. There, on the pendant boughs, her crownette weeds clamoring to hang, an envious slither broke, when down her weedy trophies and herself fell in the weeping brook. Her clothes spread wide, and mermaid-like a while they bore her up, which time she chanted snatches of old lords, as one incapable of her own distress, or like a creature native and endued into that element. But long it could not be, till that her garments, heavy with their drink, pulled the poor wretch from her melodious lay to muddy death.
I love what you did with the ending of it, but it still sounds like you're going word to word.
Damn it.
There is a willow grows askant the brook that shows his hoary leaves in the glassy stream. Therewith fantastic garlands did she make of crowflowers, nettles, daisies, and long purples, that liberal shepherds give a grosser name, but our cold maids do dead men's fingers call them. I think that is the first long vision. Other than so fast they follow. So fast they follow, long vision, and do dead men's fingers call them, long vision. And then back, short vision.
Yep.
There on the pendant boughs, her crowned weeds clamoring to hang, an envious sliver broke, when down her weedy trophies and herself fell into the weeping brook. Her clothes spread wide, and you know, I think...
Yeah, I guess I'm somewhat tending to do a lot of it more as though it was long vision.
Yeah.
Yeah, I see.
Yeah, I think be spare, very spare on the long vision.
Okay.
Try it again. I like the way it's starting.
One woe doth tread upon another's heel. So fast they follow. Your sisters drowned, Laertes.
Drowned? Oh, where?
There is a willow, grows askant the brook, that shows these hoary leaves in the glassy stream. Therewith fantastic garlands did she make, of crowflowers, daisies, nettles, and long purples that liberal shepherds give a grosser name, but our cold maids do. Dead men's fingers call them. There, on the pendant boughs, her crowned weeds clamoring to hang, an envious slither broke, when down her weedy trophies and herself fell in the weeping brook. Her clothes spread wide, and mermaid-like a while they bore her up, which time she chanted snatches of old lords, as one incapable of her own distress, or like a creature native and endued into that element. But long it could not be, till that her garments, heavy with their drink, pulled the poor wretch from her melodious lay to muddy death.
Much better. Right, ladies and gentlemen?
Yeah.
So much easier, too, right, Joe?
Yeah.
Yeah. And I would get through that list of flowers and nettles and daisies and all purples.
Get through it. Okay.
But that was so much better. And I think, in general, when you have a very rich kind of a passage that's very poetic and beautiful with imagery, you really don't have to do much. Better to fight against it, or not even fight against it, but what you definitely don't want to do is gild it. To make it beautiful. This is beautiful, so I'm going to say it beautifully. You don't have to, right? It takes care of itself. Just like a beautiful melody. You just have to sing it, with the corresponding passion and emotion that's required. Want to try it again?
Sure.
Oh, get to the long vision faster on So Fast They Follow, and also to Dead Men's Fingers call them.
Okay. Man, now you're gonna make me feel like I'm
when
rushing.
you shift back into long vision, make sure that you're starting on a different note, right? A different shift in your voice.
You mean back into the short vision or into the...
Yeah, back into the short vision.
Okay. Don't leave it in the same place where the long vision was.
Yeah.
Okay. One woe doth tread upon another's heel. So fast they follow. Your sisters drowned, Leodes.
Drowned? Oh, where?
There is a willow, grows ascant the brook, that shows these hoary leaves in the glassy stream. Therewith fantastic garlands did she make, of crowflowers, daisies, nettles, and long purples that liberal shepherds give a grosser name, but our cold maids do. Dead men's fingers call them. There, on the pendant bough, her crowned weeds clamoring to hang, an envious slither broke, when down her weedy trophies and herself fell in the weeping brook. Her clothes spread wide, and mermaid-like a while they bore her up, which time she chanted snatches of old lords, as one incapable of her own distress, or like a creature native and endued into that element. But long it could not be, till that her garments, heavy with their drink, pulled the poor wretch from her melodious lay to muddy death.
Much, much better. Yeah, that was nice. So much easier, isn't it, Joe?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's funny because it's, while it's, it's this long speech she has, it's actually to somebody. It's not like she's just on the stage, going through these thoughts in her own head. It's,
right.
It's directed at somebody, which makes it easier to tell the story because...
Yes, it's not a soliloquy, it's not an aria.
Yeah. You have some other mind that's there that you're actually communicating with.
Yeah, you're engaging them. Actively engaging them.
Yeah.
And, so the same thing applies when you're working on these plays, these long speeches, and, when you have dialogue with somebody. You have to do the rigorous work, and then you have to, that rigor that you've applied is what eventually frees you.
Yeah.
So that you can start communicating on a higher level. You won't get there unless you do that rigorous work. I mean, it's like trying to sing. Think of it this way. Nobody's ever seen Beethoven's Ninth, right? All you have is the music. And in fact, you don't even have measures, bar measures. All you have are the notes. How do you find out the way it should be played? That really makes for an interesting investigation, doesn't it?
Yeah.
So you can say, well, we know the first symphonies, first 8 symphonies, so we can glean something from that. We know his other work, so maybe we can get some clue from his other work. But we've got to do all of the work in this investigation. We have to add the bar signs. We have to find out, do all that, the markings, his intention. We have to find his specific intention. And then we have to perform it. So if you think of it that way, and that's why taking a breath and just going through it, you're eliminating bar signs, right? You're eliminating measure signs. And then you go back and reorganize it. And that's how you really get to know and make rigorous choices. That's how you investigate it specifically. So, all right. Well, thank you guys very much.
Thanks,
you.
Robert.
Thank you.
Let's move onward and upward. And learn how to communicate on the very highest level. But it takes rigorous preparation for that. So that's what I'll leave you with. Okay, we'll meet in 2 weeks.
All right.
Okay.
Thank you.
We'll talk soon.
Good night.
Bye bye.
Bye-bye.